We have massive news for Bitcoin following the end of Bitcoin 2025 conference in Las Vegas. We have very bullish news for Ethereum that seems to be breaking out. And we have a lot to discuss as well on the global situation with Donald Trump and tariffs, which something major happened right now that can affect a lot of volatility in the short term. So let's get this show on the road. What we are seeing right now is Bitcoin trading below $107,000, a little bit dipping, and usually we see a behavior like this following the the Bitcoin conference. Similarly, last year it was a very good and bullish conference for Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin actually went down. We are seeing Bitcoin is dropping today on the day, but Ethereum is holding okay right now. So still, we're kind of in the consolidation zone over here. Nothing to worry about, especially with all the bullish news that we are seeing that I'm gonna share with you in a moment. Currently, we are just retesting the previous candles on the daily that closed around $106,000, so nothing to be concerned about. We're seeing Trump's global tariffs are ruled illegal by the US Trade Court. Oh my God. What does it mean for the global stability, the volatility of the stock market and the crypto market? That jeopardized the economic agenda of Donald Trump by imposing those global tariffs. Now they're illegal. He will have to either fight it or something like. There is something right now happening again for the I don't know how many times that the world doesn't know how to eat this news, right? So expect some volatility happening right now. We see the bankrupt FTX exchange to pay over $5 billion to creditors this coming Friday, so tomorrow. So again, this can impact altcoins in a good way because 5 billion is a very sizable amount, and I believe it's gonna go straight into buying Bitcoin and altcoins, all this money that is now in the hands of the people. We're seeing Eric Trump says everyone in the world wants Bitcoin, everyone is buying Bitcoin, and 0.1 BTC is going to be worth an absolute fortune. Just imagine Bitcoin at $10 million and 0.1 Bitcoin is $1 million. That's kind of the world that we are heading at according to the Bitcoin 2025. We have New York City mayor says he will be the first city in the world to issue a Bitcoin bond. Financial instruments backed by Bitcoin are coming into existence, and again, New York City is a very, very progressed city in the US. We see Pakistan crypto chief just said the country will launch a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Think about that. It's another country that is launching strategic Bitcoin reserve. We have US, we have Pakistan, we have other countries. So we are going into the global takeover of strategic reserve, like kind of gold standard, but Bitcoin standard. You gotta read this book. We have massive news for Ethereum as Meta company, formerly known as Facebook, to launch stablecoins on Ethereum this year. What does it mean? A stablecoin, a new stablecoin on Ethereum. It's very bullish for Ethereum as Meta has 3.5 billion users to be onboarded. This is absolutely massive news for the adoption of crypto. We're seeing live how Square now allows businesses to accept Bitcoin Lightning payments, and this is furthering the adoption of the payment solution, as Lightning Network is basically a much faster way to process transactions on the Bitcoin network. We're seeing Nvidia surpasses Microsoft to become the world's most valuable company by the market cap. So if you look at Nvidia, which is manufacturing all of these different chips, including the Bitcoin chips, we're seeing it's trading currently at an all-time high. Pretty much an all-time high. So what does it tell us for the AI stocks? Let's take a look at the FET. FET is up on the day. That's a little bit. What about render? Let's take a look at render. Render actually is down right now, following the Bitcoin down move right now. Looking up, we have Eric Trump just came an epic rant live on why Bitcoin will replace the current financial system. This is the president's son, and of course he's very, very bullish. We have cyberpunk legend Adam Back just said he's consulting sovereign wealth funds on Bitcoin, basically huge governmental money to buy Bitcoin. So government FOMO is happening. Is very, very bullish. We have billionaire and Pantera Capital CEO says Bitcoin is going to $745,000 to be exact. So by what time it's gonna go there, we do not know. But again, this is very bullish predictions. We have Vice President of United States saying Bitcoin and crypto are genuine ground up innovation. He says 100 million Americans will own Bitcoin. This is the future that we are gearing up for crypto. Very, very bullish. And now we have 5 countries to set up strategic Bitcoin reserve. UAE, US, we have Pakistan, and we have El Salvador. Okay. And now we have Michael Saylor on the news. On Wall Street is 10% gonna be Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be at $1 million a coin. Let's take a listen to that.
When Wall Street is 10% of Bitcoin, Bitcoin will be at $1 million a coin, and that means there'll be nearly $20 trillion of not Wall Street money that will be sitting everywhere else in the rest of the world, in the rest of whatever, right? The energy, it's impossible for anybody to take over Bitcoin in a hostile way, because the more aggressively you buy Bitcoin, the more you empower everybody else that disagrees with you. When Wall Street...
Pretty cool, huh? So I like this Bitcoin Thai. Of course, he owns like $60 billion worth of Bitcoin. It is insane. If you take a look at the Michael Saylor, who is he was his strategy, just acquiring more and more Bitcoin, audited and clean Bitcoin. He announced an acquisition of 21 billion at the market common stock equity offering to buy Bitcoin. And this is his strategy. His strategy is to provide this liquidity, and it's a big bet. Of course, a big bet. Look at how much he owns. 62. I only buy Bitcoin with money I can't afford to lose. $62 billion. Insanity. Okay, we have investors selling Bitcoin, gold for Bitcoin, I'm sorry. According to Bloomberg, gold ETF outflows $2.8 billion, Bitcoin ETF inflows $9 billion. So investors in the gold are selling and buying Bitcoin. That's a good positive thing. We have $11.5 trillion BlackRock managing director said Bitcoin has much higher upside than gold. Let's take a listen, guys.
Firstly, I don't think one needs to look at the competition as zero sum, right? They are in many ways sort of different angles on a similar theme, a similar investment thesis and worldview, right? They both are global, scarce, decentralized, fixed supply assets, right? They're both detached from those traditional country and systemic risks, and that's why investors are drawn to them. And gold today is much less volatile and has a much longer history. But Bitcoin is digitally native in an increasingly digital world, is efficient to store, can be transferred anywhere in the world in near real time at near zero cost. So it has some significant advantages too. I think there's no question Bitcoin has much higher upside than gold and lower downside, right? And so there's different flavors of it that investors have, and many investors are going to own both. We see lots of investors.
Bitcoin has much higher upside than downside in gold. That's That's what's up. We have Arthur Hayes just said Bitcoin easily to go to $1 million. Let's listen.
And all the aid that was given to the financial sector within the United States totaled about $4 trillion. And from the lows of March of 2020 to 70,000 in 2021 in November, we went up about 10x. Remember, price is set on the margin. It matters what the larger marginal price, not the whole stock. And so if we have less Bitcoin on exchanges due to ETF demand, and we're printing double the amount of money between now and 2028 than when we did till COVID, then Bitcoin $1 million is just easy.
Bitcoin to $1 million just easy. If we're gonna, just America is gonna be printed $8.9 trillion in the next 3 years, well, that's the math. that's the math. So it's not like this year, but until 2028. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance is trading, started to be trading onto the downside. The momentum started to shift onto the downside, which is something that that is good for the altcoins. If we're gonna start this altcoin season right now, this is the kind of moves we want to see, like moves weekly, like a nice red candle going to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance. Of course, altcoins are gonna take much higher share of the market at this point. So looking at Ethereum, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. I just bought some more Ethereum today, and it looks like Ethereum is breaking out over here. If you look at the daily, it actually, you can see, broke out and got rejected at the moment, but of course the day has not finished yet. It's not over yet, but if we're gonna have this rejection over here, possibly once again we're gonna have a couple of days of the downside and then attempting to break the $2,700 level once again for Ethereum. But over the long term, I'm very bullish on Ethereum because many developments are happening. The upgrades of Petra is turning Ethereum deflationary again. So, and all of this tokenization happening and new stablecoins launching on Ethereum make it a very robust asset to be holding in your portfolio. Okay. So the next target for me for Ethereum is gonna be around $3,300. Okay, so we're gonna take a look, and if the market will take a breather when Ethereum reach again $3,300. But for now, this is my shorter term target for Ethereum, and I think it's not a bad time to be loading up at this point in time. Thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video of today's In Crypto Show.